dearest love.
She said, "Mommy, I do not believe in dreams anymore, for I had a dream about a guy long before I met him, and I believe mine was to bring life to him as my lifelong partner. And in the end, I only suffered till I got the courage to move on with my life. I met another with a dream that I would bring him happiness, and I waited and waited to see the happiness materialize, and all I found was misery again. I don't trust dreams anymore." The older lady looked at her and asked, "My dear, with all the dreams you had, did you ever find out what you were supposed to do to make it happen? Or you just believed that once you had dreamed it, it would happen no matter what?" The mistake we always make is to believe that what God shows will happen no matter what we do. But God's promises and revelations are very much dependent on our continuous obedience. My dear, let me tell you about two people. A mighty prophet named Samuel had a vision about a man called Saul. God's Spirit brought Saul, and everything declared about him came to pass with him prophesying and becoming a king as God had declared. But pride, arrogance, and placing the will of the people above the will of God brought this word through the same prophet Samuel that, "But Samuel declared, Does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as in obedience to his voice? Behold, obedience is better than sacrifice, and attentiveness is better than the fat of rams. For rebellion is like the sin of divination, and arrogance is like the wickedness of idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king." 1 Samuel 15:22-23. With this came the end of Saul's reign, and the promise of him and his descendants being kings. Then came a man called David, also anointed by God through Samuel to be king. And long after he was dead and gone, this is what God declared in testimony of his life. "I tore the kingdom away from the house of David and gave it to you. But you were not like my servant David, who kept my commandments and followed me with all his heart, doing only what was right in my eyes." 1 Kings chapter 14, verse 8. Dreams alone does not bring about God's promises. Prophecy and God's plan alone does not bring to pass what has been declared. For God honors those who honor him, and those that treat him with contempt, he treats with contempt. Sometimes we blame God. Sometimes we blame others. But rarely do we sit to assess our own obedience to the call we received. Do not just be content knowing what is to be. Seek what must be done and trust and obey to bring it to pass. Stay blessed, trust and obey, for there is no other way. K.